baby, this your jam. So play them speakers loud. You ain't know me then, but you know me now.
Hola fairies, and welcome back to my channel. It's Laurasia Andrea. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a tea on two things. I'm going to be talking about my wig that you guys have been asking me to do. I already know it's taking me so long, but you know, like I told you guys before, I'm trying to come back to be on YouTube on a consistent basis. I'm thinking that I want to do like a set schedule, and I was thinking maybe I could upload every Tuesday and Sunday. I feel like they're a little bit good as far as like reach within the weeks to really be uploading, just because I want to like be able to have you guys come to my channel on specific days, because you guys know I'm going to be uploading on those days. So I think moving forward, I'm going to come out with this schedule, like a set schedule, and stay on that schedule for a consistent basis. I just think it's just going to make my channel a lot better. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about the wig. I'm actually going to be applying this wig on today, and also I'm going to be talking about how I started my business. So it's not really going to be like a tutorial, like I'm going to be talking and getting ready at the same time. But as far as the products, I might pause, you know, say what I'm using, and then continue to talk and do it at the same time. So for that purpose, I'm going to be leaving everything down in the description box, just in case you guys have no idea what I'm using or I don't mention it at that time. So yeah, just jump right into the video. I'm just going to start moving on to my wig. So this is a wig that I made with MyfirstWigs. You guys keep asking me, and I've been having a lot of people slide in my DMs. Not really like that. But I've been having a lot of people slide in my DMs and ask me, you know, is MyfirstWigs a good website to buy hair from because it's kind of expensive? You know, are they fraudulent? Is it real? Are they really using your pictures and this is really your wigs? You know, is it fake? Blah, blah, blah. It's real. I do have a collection with them. I have 5 wigs with them, or 6. I don't really remember. I know I have like a legit creators, you know, section with them as far as my wigs. They work with a lot of YouTubers, a lot of other influencers. You know, they're not a scam, so I just want to throw that out there. You know, my line with them is real. They're not just taking my pictures from Instagram and putting it on their website and then just not giving you guys the real actual product. It's real. So I just wanted to let you guys know that and just throw that out there to begin with. So this is my Kinky Bob wig. Technically, when you go to the website, it's going to be 2 wigs. So it's going to be a middle part one, which I'm thinking in this video, I want to wear a middle part, and then they have a side part. I just did that purposely because, just because I feel like with this wig, you can wear it in 2 different styles and 2 different ways. Sometimes I like to have it like parted to the side, and then other times I like to have it dead parted in the middle, and then a very, you know, super sleek bob. And one thing that I want to let you guys know is their new elastic band. If I can find it, what the hell? So this is their new elastic band, and I want to point this out to you guys because you guys can see that the elastic band is actually like a clasp. I think that's how you say it, clasp with a P. Is it silent or no? But they do have you know, like a little latch for you guys to use for different head circumferences. So they have 3 levels to it. So I'm guessing one is like a 21, the middle is 22, and then the far end is a 23 circumference. So right now my head is kind of measuring more on the 22 side. I think because my hair is getting longer. My hair looks crazy, but this is why my hair grows so fast, because I don't do nothing to it. Literally, I leave it in my little dookie braids all the time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just put the wig on. It's on the middle clasp, so just letting you guys know that. All right, so this is how it's looking when I put it on. Sometimes I don't really take off the makeup on the lace because I feel like it helps it blend in a lot better. One thing that I want to point out to you guys is that the wig that I have on my, look how good that is without me even doing anything. I'm actually feeling like I don't even want to do nothing to it. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna kind of tack it down, but I'm not really feeling like I need to do anything extreme as far as blending. So one thing I want to point out to you guys is the wig that I'm actually wearing, it's not transparent lace. So transparent lace has been like the huge thing lately, just because transparent lace, you're able to customize the lace to your different skin tone instead of having like literally a set lace. Usually when I come up with laces, sometimes the lace be like on the grayish side, sometimes it's like a medium brown lace, which is like that set color, so you can't alter it. Like if you're a lighter complexion or of like a caramel, light caramel, or like Caucasian, you know, that's not really going to work for you. So now companies are starting to come out with transparent lace, because with the lace is like clear, it's transparent, and you're able to tone the lace to your specific skin tone. So I think that's a lot better because it's more versatile. I can't talk today. It's more versatile. So, you know, I feel like it's a lot better to come up with like that set lace as far as my wig. So when I first was testing this wig out, I've worn this wig so many times, and you guys literally keep harassing me like, yo, where the fuck is the video? But you guys literally keep asking me about it because you guys really want to know like how the wig really is. So that's why I'm doing the video for you guys finally. But I did request that when I first got this wig to like test out like 2 or 3 months ago. I've been wearing this wig for since January or February, and it's about to be June. That's how long it took me to do this damn video. So yeah, I did, the wig already comes like with pre-bleached knots, and I say that in quotation marks because it's like it's kind of bleached but not really. I always like to go in and just do like another bleaching type of thing. So that's pretty much just what I did. And then I did give myself a little bit of baby hair, nothing crazy. So yeah, my biggest recommendation for you guys is 2 things. One, if the lace is a little bit darker for you, I recommend for you guys to do your foundation routine and then put your wig on. If you guys have not seen my video, it is on it should be like a few videos back on my channel. It has a lot of views, so you'll know it's that one, which is thank you guys. But you guys do see me put on my lace with my Got To Be spray. I really do recommend that you guys do your foundation routine first. Go and check out that video that I have on my channel where I put the lace on with the Got To Be spray, and then your lace will be perfect to your specific skin tone if the lace is darker for you. So that's a very good important step for you guys to do, just in case the lace is darker, because when I first got this wig, the lace was a little bit too dark for my skin tone, and then I went and did the lace method that I did in that video, and then here we are right now, and you guys can see it blends in pretty freaking good. Another thing that I have been doing is Got To Be came out with their new and improved, I'm saying quotations because you know, sometimes companies be saying that they changed their formula and they changed some things about their product. They be lying. I feel like they actually did improve some things about it. So it's the new one that looks like this, and it's going to have the actual writing new and improved on it. With this one, I feel like if you use a foundation that is a matte formula and you use the newer Got To Be gel, it does dry matte. So if I'm going to be going out, or I know it's going to be a very long day and I really want to make sure that my wig is intact all damn night, I like to pair these two together. I kind of stopped using the original formula of this a while ago, but I feel like I like the newer version so much better because it's not as like watery. I definitely feel like with the older one, it was super freaking watery, and that's kind of one thing that I didn't really like about it. This one is not like that. I don't know if it's because I really shake this one up before I use it, but even when I first opened this and I used it, it wasn't super watery like that. And also, like I said, if you use a matte foundation paired with this and the spray, it does dry matte, and you will not have the shiny looking thing on your hairline like, you know, before. So let me tell you guys the actual foundation that I used. I used the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and my shade is in the color Mocha. As far as my foundation routine, I've been using these 2 foundations together. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear, and this color is New Caledonia. I'm gonna just leave that down below because I don't know if I butchered the hell out that name. But I do have a foundation routine on my channel as well. That's purposely why I feel like I do like pre-videos like that, so that I don't have to keep repeating the fuck, so that I don't have to keep repeating the same thing in every single video. Okay, so let's move on. I'm going to go ahead and most likely just fast forward through this, but for the first part of it I'm going to do on camera. I'm just going to squirt out a little bit of the product. You guys can see it's not super watery. It's definitely a lot more thick than the original one. So with this I'm just going to get a little bit more. Definitely not watery like the other one. I'm just going to get a little bit more, and this is going to be like all that I'm going to use. It's probably still too much, but I'm just going to pull the way back and I'm going to apply it right onto my hair. Another thing you guys might notice with this one compared to the other one is that it does not have that white tint to it. I don't know about on camera because it's kind of picking up on camera, but like when it settles, now it's kind of settling. When it settles, you don't see that white you know, from the product, because I know that was a problem before. So I think that the huge thing that is improved with this formula is that it doesn't have like the whiteness to it, and it does dry to a matte if you use a matte foundation. Maybe it might still dry matte if you use, you know, like a radiant or a dewy foundation, because like I said, I did mix these two together. So maybe I'll kind of experiment around with that later on to see that if I use something more of a dewy side, like let's say the NARS Sheer Glow, I kind of want to see how this does with using more of like a dewy foundation, but that's gonna be in a later video down the road, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take my Got To Be spray and spray this on directly onto the gel. You don't gotta go too ham, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna take my blow dryer and dry on cool for 20 seconds. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to pull the wig forward. Make sure you lift it. I have so many freaking stray hairs. It's not even funny. Alright, so I'm gonna pull the wig as if I had some gel or something on my forehead, where I would normally place it. So I'm thinking I want to place it right there. Let me just try to line it up on the sides. Alright, there we go. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to push down. Push down, push down, push down. Take my blow dryer, take the end of this comb, and then blow dry it now for 30 seconds, but kind of pushing the comb like this and pushing the actual wig down, just so that it can really get on that gel and really lock and hold. Alright, now let's move on to the Got To Be spray. So you guys know back in that video I did spray directly onto the lace and then let it blow dry that way. We're going to do the same method this time. Now that we have our gel and it's nice and locked in, you know, it's going to be a lot easier for us to just move on to doing the front of the lace, because you don't have to you don't have the excess lace that you had before to pull down while you did your spray, but we did the gel so that it's locked in. And then we're able to now spray and then push down with the end of the comb to blow dry it that way. And then I'm just going to start in the front and then work my way on the sides. Alrighty, so now we're done with melting down the lace. I think it looks pretty good. Like I said, I wish it could have been a lot better if I had transparent lace and I was able to like kind of finagle and, you know, mess with it a little bit. But this is just pretty much just letting you guys know, like, let's say you don't get this wig and you do have another wig, but the lace is a little bit too dark for you. I just felt like this would be like a really informative way to just really show you guys how it doesn't really matter if it's too dark. It still ways to finagle and kind of finesse the hell out of a lace, so just don't worry about that. Like I said, just do your foundation routine first, and then if you know the lace is going to be too dark for you, do your foundation routine first, and then do the method that I did in my earlier videos a while back. And then when you take off your lace, you're gonna see that you're gonna have foundation still on the lace. Leave it like that. Don't take the foundation off, because when you go to put your lace back on, it's going to be your complexion, especially when you have your foundation routine on, and you're not gonna have to really do too much to it because it's already going to be in place of your actual skin tone. So I just felt like I needed to add that in there and just really show you guys, you know, the truth, number one, of how this wig really was to begin with. And number two, like I said, if you don't have this wig and you have another wig that is a little bit too dark for you, this is a way to really finesse the hell of it. Now I'm just going to take this fabric that I got from Joann's. I just went and just got some spandex and just cut it in half to about like 3 inches. And I literally just use this to lay down my wigs. So I'm just going to put it on my hairline and tie it pretty taut, and then start to do my eye makeup. So I just had to like kind of zoom in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to just do my eyes and then talk at the same time. So let me show you guys the products that I'm going to be using first, and then I can just, you know, talk and go when I start to do my eyes and stuff. All right, so first thing I'm going to use is my Fenty concealer. I love to use this as a eyeshadow base, and I'm just going to apply this on all over my lid. And I actually like to let my concealer sit for, you know, at least a minute or two to dry. Let's say I do, in this circumstance, have my foundation routine on first. Usually I do my eyes first, but lately I've been doing my foundation routine first if I know I'm going to be wearing a lace wig, just because I feel like the melt is a lot better when I have my foundation on versus when I don't. So I just kind of like to let my eyes sit a little bit just to kind of thicken up and then blend it out so that it's not getting all, you know, all over the place. So for that, I'm going to kind of use this time as my advantage. So I felt like I'd done this video probably about 3 times because I just did not know how I wanted to start this video, because you just see so many videos as far as like how to start a business, what you need to do, X, Y, and Z. And just me personally, I feel like everyone's story is different. To me, I just don't think it's realistic to just really lay out, okay, do this in this order and that and then that and then that, because everyone's journey is different, everyone's story is different, and everyone is unique and kind of, you know, grows to have their own success in their own specific type of way. I think that's why I've done the video like as many times as I've done, because I just feel like I just wasn't being real, and I wasn't really saying like, you know, my hardships and like, you know, the bad things that took place when I did decide to start my business the first time. What made me even like get to be in business to begin with. And I think that kind of just goes from starting about my college experience and then like what I majored in and all that stuff. So if you guys did not know, I think I should just start with my age. First of all, I'm 27 years old. I don't know if you guys really know that. I know I talk about my birthday all the time when it comes, you know, during the year, but for those that is new to my channel and don't really know anything about me, I'm Laurasia Andrea. I am 27. I did go and attend Monmouth University. If you guys went to Monmouth University, let me know down in the comment section down below, because I'm sometimes very curious to see like anyone that went to my alma mater. Like, is it called an alma mater? Alma mater? I don't know. I just feel like in this video I just be talking, just sounding a hot ass mess. But yeah, I'm a college grad from Monmouth University, and you know, I feel like the first thing you kind of need to start with is like, what the hell made you even get into business to begin with? I think my whole thing is I always knew that I wanted to be in the business field. But I also always had a creative side to me, because when I went to college, I wanted to start off by being an art major. My mom was like, hell the fuck no. You know what I'm saying? Heck no, you need to go to school for business. I actually hated my mom for that. I don't know if she knows it or not. So, you know, mom, if you're watching this, now you know. I was so upset with my mom. Like, I was so mad at her because it's like, my whole thing was, if I'm going to college, you know what I'm saying? I have a scholarship. I did track in college. You know, if people run track, I did 400 hurdles. So if anyone knows what that is like one of the hardest freaking sports. I mean, one of the hardest events to do as far as track. I mean, obviously, like steeplechase and all that shit. What I'm saying, like, as far as sprints, I don't care what nobody say. The 400 hurdles is like the hardest. They try to say the 800 is, but no, the 400 is. But yeah, I ended up going to school for business marketing, marketing management, and I always knew that I wanted to be my own entrepreneur, and I knew I always wanted to have my own business. So that's pretty much where it started off with. I first wanted to go to school for art and drawing and painting. That's kind of where my artistic background comes from. And I've always been an artist. I've always been a drawer, always been a painter, sculpting, marble, all that type of stuff. I love being artistic. That's just what I just feel most comfortable doing. This is the Beauty Bakery palette. It's their proof is in the pudding eyeshadow palette, so I'm pretty much just using this. I'm doing a pretty neutral type of look. I'm doing a look that I did in my most recent Instagram post. I'll probably like put it somewhere in this video, but I'm doing the exact same look that I did in that. So I just went ahead with mango pudding and I buffed that out in my crease, and then now I'm going in with warm cocoa and just putting that on the outside. The look wasn't really anything special, but you guys really thought it was pretty, so I'm just gonna redo it. But yeah, so I went to school for business marketing, and then I graduated. I moved back home when I graduated, and then my mom literally gave me 3 weeks. My mom literally gave me 3 months to get out of the house or whatever and like start my life. So 3 months came. I ended up moving out, and I ended up moving like somewhere random in Long Branch. Long story short, I ended up working in New York. I had no idea what the hell I wanted to do. I probably switched jobs like 50 times. Like at first I was working in sales, and then I was trying to, I don't know. At one point I was working for Ryan Leslie, being his PR assistant, and then it was just like my job search was just like all over the place. Like I probably did not have a job longer than like 6 months, and I was like, no, I cannot do this anymore. Like it's just too much. Like I need to freaking find my life and gather my thoughts and get my shit together. I ended up leaving New York, and I ended up moving down to South Jersey. And then at that time I was a assistant manager at Aldo. I ended up leaving Aldo because I hated it. I just felt like Aldo was like the most shitty company ever to work with. So I ended up leaving Aldo, literally walked out and was just like, all right, deuces, biatch, I'm out. Left Aldo and started working at Sephora. And then I ended up being at Sephora for about 2.5 years. And then while I was working at Sephora is when I started YouTube. So literally I would be having to go to work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then be stayed up at editing my videos on YouTube the night before. I would come home, I would post my YouTube videos, and then I record another YouTube video, and then I would have to go to sleep, be up to work at 7 o'clock, and do the same thing over and over again. So I will say, as far as like my whole YouTube journey, it was crazy. What the hell is going on with my eyeshadow? As far as my YouTube journey, I will definitely say it was crazy because it was just a lot of hard work. I was like literally working my ass off, like team no sleep. So if you guys ask me anything about my whole YouTube journey, it was a long ass process. Like it was a very long, very strenuous, very stressful to get to where I got to today. So if anyone feels like my whole YouTube journey was like a piece of cake, it definitely was not. Yes, I've only been on YouTube for 3 years, but I worked my ass off to get to where I got to today. But anyway, I ended up doing YouTube videos while I was working at Sephora. And then eventually by like year 2, I literally ended up telling my Sephora boss, like, look, I know I don't really have a super huge income coming from Sephora, coming from YouTube, but I know what I want to do. I know the dream that I have as far as being a YouTuber. Like, I really do feel like I got this. Like, I'm going to just literally just jump by faith and just quit my job here hope for the best and try to make it on YouTube. You know, she respected it. She said, you know, it's no bad blood leaving. If you want to come back, you always have a job here, but you know, good luck basically. So I ended up quitting Sephora on some YOLO shit. Well, like I was not playing when it came to making money on YouTube. Like in the beginning, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, in the beginning I was like making like no money. I was like taking brand deals and like, you know, I'll do this video for $300, I'll do this video for $200, and just, you know, just trying to have consistent money on top of me having like my monthly stipend from YouTube, because you get paid monthly for YouTube, and then obviously you can have more money being made on the side, whether you do brand deals or you have commission fees or, you know, links from people clicking on your affiliate codes and like stuff like that. That's pretty much how you make money on YouTube. But in the beginning I was not making no goddamn money. Like quitting my job, I'm quitting my job and I'm gonna do YouTube. Like I was just not playing. Like, so then now fast forward, you know, still doing YouTube, still doing all that stuff, and now I decided that I wanted to take it to the next level and make my own business. That's been my goal from the beginning. So like I said, I always knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I always knew that I wanted to have my own business, but the only problem was I knew I needed money. You have other ways to go about having your own business. Obviously you can have an investor, or you can obviously save the money yourself, or you know, you can just have a crazy high income that you're able to really, you know, source your own product and all that stuff just using your own payments. There's other ways to really, like, you know, make money and, you know, invest in your own company. But I'm just telling you guys my journey and my, you know, kind of walks to how I got to where I got to. So this is, you know, literally my steps in the bullshit that I had to go through. Trying to start a company, I built up my following. I built up, you know, my rapport on YouTube. You know, people started really recognizing me. People started really knowing, you know, what I was about and what I was offering to them. And, you know, people started really loving me. Obviously, I got my haters. I got people that can't stand my ass. But I pretty much built up a super good, positive type of, you know, presence on social media. So when I felt like it was a good enough following, that's when I decided, you know what, now is the time to start my brand. The first thing I did was I had to think of a name. You can't have a brand without a name. So I just remember me and my boyfriend was just sitting in my living room one day and just going back and forth with names, like, you know, oh, how's this sound? How's this sound? I knew definitely that I wanted to have the name Fairy within my brand, just because, you know, I built up Red Fairy and Laurasia Andrea. I definitely knew I wanted to have Fairy, and I definitely knew that I wanted to have Laurasia Andrea. So I knew that I wanted to have a dope ass logo to go along with the name. So for me, like, some people like to come out with one brand at a time and then kind of build off of that. I knew definitely that, you know, I'm known for hair, but at the same time, people still do recognize me for my makeup skills, because technically I did start off doing makeup. So I knew that I wanted to kind of, you know, work that within my brand as well. So that's pretty much why I had Very Stylish be like the whole gist of like the whole entire brand. And then I wanted Ilore to be, you know, obviously incorporated within it, because you can't have weave and wigs without some makeup lashes, okay? That kind of just sets up the whole entire look. You know what I'm saying? Because people, that's what I became known for, is like completing the entire look, from the hair to the matching makeup to the nails to the, you know, outfit and all that stuff. So you can't have wigs without some damn lashes to go with it. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish with flat ironing the hair, and then I'm just going to finish talking about my journey, and then I also want to finish with letting you guys know some vendors I recommend to you guys as far as lashes and hair. But let me go ahead and just finish talking about my journey. So I obviously don't have a store, so I can't, you know, give a first impression as far as that. So to me, I knew that I wanted to have a super good website, but at the time I couldn't afford it. So when I first came up with that when I first came out with my brand, I just did a big cartel. It's just like a website that's like super cheap. It's like $20 a month type of thing. So I made a big cartel, and then I would just like sell some of the pre-made wigs that I had made or worn in the past on my YouTube. So I ended up pulling my brand as a whole, and then I ended up going on like a soul search basically of finding new vendors. So I did that for like about an 8-month period. I wasn't selling hair at all at this time. I wasn't selling lashes at all either, because I was trying to find my own lashes. I was not finding any of the lashes that I really liked, and then I decided to create my own. So I was going through that whole process of creating my own lashes. You know, why not create the ones that you always dreamed of? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my super ultimate goal as far as like my lash side of my brand. I always wanted to have specific type of lashes. You know, as far as doubling my lashes or anything like that, I will always double my lashes. That was definitely a fact. And then I just decided to make my own lashes. And then as far as my vendor, oh my gosh, I have like a couple vendors, but I ended up last minute finding a bomb ass vendor. So I started sourcing hair from him, trying out the hair. So I was just testing it out as shedding. I would bleach it, I would do this, I would do that. Like, it would just be so much. That is one thing about it. Like, you definitely really have to try out the hair that you decide to source and sell, because, you know, sometimes these vendors be switching it all the way to hell up on you, and it's like 1 minute they can sell this type of hair, the next minute they can sell a different type of hair, and then they can change their prices on you, they can change the quality on you. So that is really honestly like one of the lessons that I definitely learned. I feel like as far as like the whole vending searching type of experience was just so sucky. It's like, I wish I was me at the time. Like, I wish that I was watching myself when I was trying to come out with my company, because you know, trying to find a vendor was just like absolute freaking hell. I was just so lost. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Like, I didn't even know what was good hair, what was not good hair. Like, I was just literally all over the place. But one thing about it is, I did my research. So I took about at least 2 weeks worth of my time to just sit and research up on hair, what kind of hair is out there, what kind of hair other companies are selling, what kind of hair is new to the market, you know, what's rare, what's something that, you know, no one else really has, what's like the best quality hair, what's the suckiest quality hair. Like, so I was determined to educate myself. I was determined to find, you know, the next best thing, and I was definitely determined to find some good ass hair. Like, so that is something that I would really recommend for you guys, is like, really do your research. Like, know what the hell you're testing out, know what you're buying, especially when you have customers asking you about your product. The worst thing, in my opinion, is when a business owner has no idea about the product that they're selling. That is like a huge no-no to me. Like, you need to be educated. You need to be, you know, knowing what the hell you're talking about, because nothing is like when someone has no idea about their freaking business. So that's why, in my opinion, it's best to be as hands-on as possible, because you need to know things. Like, you need to know what the hell is going on. Like, don't pay anyone to like do it for you, because like I said, the worst thing you can ever do is not know anything about your business. So I feel like a lot of times people are just so in competition with each other, and no one really wants other people to be successful. And I want everybody to win. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's good to really copy off of people and sell people's ideas and try to claim them as your own. That I don't respect at all, because I've had a lot of people do that to me. But one thing I can respect is you know, somebody working hard, someone starting their brand from the ground up and being successful in it. Like that girl, the ladies, she's not a girl, she's a grown-ass woman. But the woman Super Scent, I respect the hell out of her. Why? You know how many brands got makeup? No, you know how many people came out with makeup brands? But she was the first person to come out with the crayon case and being creative like that. Like, come on. Like, hello. There is money for everyone. Y'all gotta be so freaking stingy. Sheesh. So yeah, I ended up resourcing, going back to the basics, finding new vendors, and then after I did that, I came out with my packaging. I was the one that designed my packaging. Obviously I had like a logo designer and stuff like that, but I was the one that really pretty much told her the idea that I wanted, the color scheme, all that. Then I went and took my logo, I went and took my packaging ideas, and then I took it to a manufacturing packaging company. You can find them like on you know, some of them, there's some on AliExpress, there's some on Alibaba, Alibaba, and then you can obviously go and find like a legit manufacturing packaging company, which is what I did. I went to like a legit packaging company. I didn't do like, you know, through China or whatever. So I went and found, you know, on Google is your best friend. Go on Google, type in packaging manufacturing company, and a lot will come up. Obviously source out which ones you want to go with. I did a couple samples from a couple of different companies. Another thing that I want to let you guys know, don't go with the first choice, because don't be like me. The first thing I did was when I found a vendor, I sampled the vendor and I felt like they was the best thing since sliced bread. And then that was a vendor that I had to cancel because that was my first vendor I ever picked. That was the first vendor I ever went with. I didn't source out any other thing because I was like, yo, it took me this long to even find this vendor. I'm not about to sit here and take out the time to go and find any other ones. They're pretty freaking good to me, so I'm gonna just go with this one. And then it ended up being shit. Okay, shit. I went for the first choice, and you know, you gotta experiment. You gotta test some shit out. If you dating somebody, you ain't gonna go with the first freaking person that you ever meet. The hell? You're trying to search. You're trying to find your soulmate. You can't find your soulmate on the first person you ever freaking date. I mean, some people was blessed enough to do that. I'm just buzzing. I had to go through a couple freaking tragedies before I found my man, okay? Note that in this video. The only thing I don't like about this wig is the fact that the side is not like a legit full lace, because with a full lace, I'll be able to like part all the way back here. Like, let me show you guys. If I was to part right here, like it's literally like 2 inches worth of freaking parting space. Like, it's like parting space and then tracks. That's like the only thing I don't like about it. But the good thing is this wig is offered in a full lace. So if you guys, like I said, this is like our first demo when I first made the wig. So, you know, we've kind of improved on a lot of things since then. It's like a January sample wig, and now it's freaking May, the end of May, about to be June. So a lot of things we did improve on. So yeah, we do now have an option to get a full lace, just in case you guys don't really, you know, want to get the lace front. This is actually a lace front. I don't know if I said that, but this is a 6-inch parting lace front. That's why this part is only like 2 inches, and then this from like here to here is like 6 inches, and it goes all the way back here. So yeah, don't go with your first choice and make the mistake like I did. And then also, if you guys are looking for packaging, it is just so easy. Just obviously come up with a name, come up with your logo, and then source out different packaging options and companies, because some people might have a better deal than others. Some people might have a lower manufacturing quantity than others, and you got a better price. Just kind of search. You kind of have to do your research, just like you have to find your research and do your research with companies. Even the companies that I'm going to give you guys today, still obviously test out a few of them. Obviously take the ones that I'm saying in this video, but then there's obviously still a million other companies out there. So, you know, I would say to really test out at least like 5 to 6 companies to start with. See how you like those, see where that goes, and then go from there. I then reach out to a website designer. You guys can like legit just go and onto the bottom of my website to see who did my website. Is no secret. But I would just let you guys know from hand, they are very expensive. So yeah, so now on to talking about the frontals. So if you guys are curious about the 13x6 frontal, I'll probably put a clip of the video that I'm talking about within this video somewhere. But I was talking about a 13x6 blonde frontal. I'm gonna let you guys know the company that made that frontal, and they also have a really good blonde hair. I don't know about their natural colored hair, but I will just talk about the things that I have tried when it comes to the vendors and tell you why I like them. So like I said, I used their 613 13x6 frontals in bundles, but I just didn't end up going with this company as far as my blonde hair. But the company is called Berry's Fashion Hair, and I will leave their WhatsApp within this video, because I don't know if I'm going to get flagged or not as far as leaving it down in the description box. So just to kind of save my ass, I don't really know. I've never done this before, so I don't really know as far as like getting flagged and stuff. So as far as to save my ass, I'm just going to put it in the video and then hope that, you know, my video don't get taken down. So yeah, it's called Berry's Fashion Hair. And then like I said, I will put their WhatsApp in the video. Another company that I really do like as far as their natural colored hair is XBL Hair. I've tried all their curly textures. I think their Kinky curly is like freaking amazing. And they do now have transparent lace, HD lace, and the medium brown color lace like I was telling you guys about before. So like I said, I haven't tried their blonde hair. I don't even know if they sell blonde hair, but I have tried their natural colored hair as far as the curly textures, and they're freaking amazing. So I will put their WhatsApp in this video as well somewhere. Alrighty, so the next company that I'm going to talk about is True Scent Hair. I really do like their raw textures. So they have raw textures as far as blonde and their natural color. Those to me are their best as far as their hair. I haven't tried anything else except for their raw category. They do have like a more affordable category. I have not tried it, so I can't speak on it, but I can only really speak on trying their raw hair, and it's called True Scent. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but it's True Scent Hair Company, and I will put them in their WhatsApp and their information in this video as well. As far as lashes, I would recommend JYB lashes, and I don't know if they have, I know they have a website, jblashes.com. I'll put that in the video as well, and then I will also put their WhatsApp in here. They have 3D mink, they have silk, and another thing that I want to tell you guys about is their lashes are vegan. My lashes are vegan too, but like I said, I made my lashes, so you know, it's not really like a specific vendor that you can go for as far as finding lashes like mine, because like I said, I made them. But I do recommend this company as far as getting your lashes done, because they do make boxes as well. This keeps falling on my face. They do make boxes as well, so you know, that's good to know. For anyone that's looking for a wig vendor, someone that's going to be able to produce like manufacturers wigs for you, like kind of literally kind of similar to the MyfirstWigs. I think MyfirstWigs is a little bit different as far as how they manufacture their wigs, because they make a lot of thicker wigs than you really see on the market. So that's pretty much something that kind of makes RPG Show and MyfirstWigs a little bit different. But this company does make blonde wigs. They make manufactured wigs. They make 180, 150 density. They also have all the way up until 250 or 300 density, which is very full. And they also have raw textured, like raw Indian, and they also have raw Cambodian wigs as well. And like I said, I think I did say that they have blonde wigs too. So this company is called Shy Luxury Wigs. and they are one of the companies that I did experiment with in the beginning. Like I said, I didn't end up going with them just because I personally didn't want to have manufactured wigs. I just felt like when I make my wigs with the sewing machine, the quality is still very good and it's a lot thicker than having manufactured wigs. But some people, you know, honestly don't really like super thick wigs. You know, it just differs. Some people really like it, some people don't really like it. So, you know, they also make full lace wigs as well. I think their full lace wigs are raw Cambodian or something like that. So yeah, they have a ton of different options for you guys to choose from. If you guys want to come up with your own manufactured colored, you know, series type of wigs, you know, really go for the Shy luxury wigs company because they are really good. You know, like I said, I just personally felt like I wanted to go with something a lot different than having manufactured wigs, but you know, to each his own. And then, all right, one last company that I want to tell you guys about is Frontic Hair. Same thing, kind of similar to True Scent Hair. I've tried their raw line, their raw version line, and to me it's very good. You guys are probably wondering, like, you know, if you're recommending us all these vendors, why didn't you end up going with them? Like I said, just like how many companies come up with foundations, how many companies come up with hair. There's so many companies on the market that has so many different type of textured vendors, and there's so many vendors out there that come up with different type of textures. Like I said, everything is always changing all the time when it comes to the hair companies. So, you know, there's always something different. There's always something some companies offer, you know, and some don't. It's always changing, and it's always, you know, a shit ton of stuff out there. So I personally love the vendors that I work with. I don't want to change them. I feel like the hair quality is superb. Just me personally, I decided to go with the companies that I have right now, but there are still other companies out there that's very good, just like AliExpress companies, whether it's, you know, Beauty Forever or Ali Pearl, or, you know, all the different type of popular companies that's out there. You know, they're all different companies, but people like specific things from different companies. Same thing, like I said, when you guys find your vendors and you want to come up with a company, test out a bunch of different vendors first, and then see which ones you like, because some you might like their frontals, others you might like their frontals, others you might like their curly hair and not their straight hair, and then some vendors you might like their straight hair and not their curly hair. Everyone is different, and I think it's really good to have multiple vendors just because of that purpose. Not only one sole vendor is going to have everything that you need. You know what I'm saying? So like I was saying, this vendor is kind of very similar to True Scent, and I tried their raw hair, and they also have a more affordable, which is their top version, but I did not try their top version. I only tried their raw, and it's very good. I really do like their raw blonde, but the only thing is they don't have 13x6 frontals. Maybe they do now, but you know, at the time when I tried them out, they did not. But all these companies change all the time on a consistent basis, so you know, it doesn't really hurt to ask and see what they have new. But yeah, alrighty you guys, so that pretty much concludes the entire tutorial. I just want to come and do like my little closing thing of the whole entire video. I hope you guys really learned something. I don't know if this is gonna be like really good for everyone, but I know that, you know, if I was starting a company and I knew the drive that I had, and you know, someone pretty much made a video like how I did for you guys, it would kind of give me a little bit more enlightenment of like where to really go, where to start. Also just kind of give me a little bit more of like a realistic type of a vibe of, you know, I didn't really have a ABCD type of trail of how I decided to start my company. I had my trials, I had my tribulations, I had my downs, I had my ups, but I really hope that my story is a lot more relatable and realistic to you guys, just to really show you guys that, you know, I didn't get it right the first time, you know, and it just shows that everyone makes mistakes, but it's really about how you come back from the mistake and how you correct it to make sure that you don't have it happen again. So I think that's why I really wanted to say like my true story, and why it took me 3 videos to even tell my story, because I felt like in my videos before I was just doing like a B, C, D, this is what you do, this is what you do, this is what you do. But you know, you can't really give someone a rundown of how to be successful, because if that was the case, everyone will be successful, and that's not realistic because everyone's not. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope this really you know, helped motivate you guys. And you know, I'm still learning as I go, to be honest. I don't feel like I'm still anywhere close to perfect in running my company. You guys always give me very kind words of encouragement to say that, you know, you like everything about it and you like what I've been doing and all that. And I still feel like I have a lot more improvements to do. I'm trying to just, you know, improve everything from customer service to updating my website, updating my packaging and all that stuff. As long as just coming up with, you know, more and more stuff all the time. I feel like I haven't really been giving, you know, super much focus to YouTube, super much focus to my company. I feel like I'm still kind of tiptoeing and kind of weaving back and forth between both of them. But, you know, I'm trying to just get a grip on everything and just trying to get everything in order. And that's really hard when you don't really have a team. So, you know, in my corner, surrounding me and helping me and stuff like that. So I'm really grateful about that. So hopefully we can just continue to keep moving forward and improve the things that's lacking. And that's all I can really say about that. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support always, and I really do hope this is really helpful for you guys. I really do. And I hope to see you guys in my next video, and I love you guys. Bye.